What if I told you that experts say your pastures could be hurting your business? Would you believe me? Well, you should. It's called toxicosis, and it's an issue in animals caused by toxins in a certain type of grass. It can be really harmful to your livestock and ultimately your wallet.
Tall fescue has what's known as an endophyte that lives inside of it. It's a fungus that lives inside of that plant, and in association with that plant, it can produce some toxic alkaloids. Alkaloids are compounds like caffeine, or in this case, ergovaline is one of the main ones. Lysergic acid, there are several different types of these alkaloids. And these toxins actually cause various metabolic problems in the animal.
Problems with livestock include things like reduction in animal production, reduction in gains on livestock, milk production, and reproductive efficiency. The good news to producers is that the toxins aren't found in all fescue, but if you're in the southeast, most likely you've got it on your farm.
It's definitely not something that's in all fescue, but most of the fescue that was planted in the 40s, the 50s, and 60s, and really up until recent times, has this toxic endophyte in it. Particularly the variety Kentucky 31, which was so widespread and planted across so many acres across the southeast. So it's a huge amount of acreage, and a lot of damage is being done as a result of it.
It's estimated that almost $2 billion is lost each year because of this. And Hancock says that all cattle producers in Georgia should expect these toxins to be in their fields unless they know for sure they've worked to get rid of them.
A producer in Georgia generally should expect that if they have fescue, unless they know it's planted to a novel endophyte or endophyte-free tall fescue variety, they should expect that fescue is actually producing that toxin. And if there is any significant amount of fescue in a pasture, it can contribute enough toxins to induce this fescue toxicosis issue.
There is some good news though, and that's the fact that this problem in your pastures can be fixed, and the spring would be a good time to start.
What one needs to do is to, in the spring of the year, prevent seed head production on the existing tall fescue, and that prevents any toxin from carrying over from what you're killing out and coming into the next crop.
And if producers are still not sure or need further help, Dr. Hancock and the University of Georgia are hosting a workshop to help educate producers on this topic.
We have established a workshop that we'll be doing on March 15th in Calhoun, Georgia, that will cover A to Z on how to actually go through the process of eliminating that toxic tall fescue and replacing it with novel endophyte tall fescue, and also to help producers to understand what are some of these signs and symptoms that they're seeing out there and what's actually causing that problem, so they know a little bit more about it and know how to replace that toxic tall fescue with the novel endophyte tall fescue.
Reporting in Watkinsville for the Farm Monitor, I'm John Holcomb.